Hello everybody, Polo at Range USA in Carmel, Indiana. Today with something special. We've got Sig Sauer P220 in 45 ACP, and this is the Sport. And it comes from Germany. It has got the weighted compensator, and it is fit to the gun by the custom shop, or it was, by the custom shop in Germany. We've got 8 rounds, 45 ACP, if it'll load. There you go. Let's start this again. 8 rounds, 45 ACP. We're about 9 yards away. Let's see how we do. First shots. I blew that one, by the way. And that one. What a soft shooting gun. See that flinch? Pretty proud of that one. I started flinching about a month ago, and for the life of me, I cannot get rid of it. So any suggestions on how to get rid of the mother of all flinches, please put them down in the comment section below. But as you can see, very, very soft shooting, 45 ACP. And as you can see there's the compensated weight. And let me turn you around. Not my best shooting by any means today, but you get what you get. And we're about 8-9 yards out, so that was pretty good. I thought actually 3, not 2. I thought I thought 2. Wow. But this is what the gun is capable of doing. This was just you know what today. But there it is. The Sig Sauer P220 Sport. There you go. And now we will take you to the tabletop. Normally in the channel, I try to give you a nice mixture of not just the Wonder 9s, the polymer Wonders, but also some unusual guns that I can get my hands on. And what you have in front of you today is a Sig Sauer P220 Sport, chambered in 45 auto. This is something that I've had my eye on for quite some time, but I just could never find one. They're not very common, not many of them out, and usually the people that own them don't sell them. So I was very surprised when I found this for sale locally. It's in decent shape, it's not in pristine condition. And the previous owner could not find the box. So that's a bummer. It came without a box, and it came only with 1 mag. The mag is no big deal. You know, I can always order another one. But actually I have a box for it on the way. I purchased one. I found one on eBay. It is for the 220, and it's got the mold that accommodates the Sport inside. But obviously the serial numbers on the box are not going to match. But it is what it is, and you shoot the gun, not the box, right? So P220 Sport, hammer fired, double action, single action, like I said, chambered in 45 auto. It comes with a 5.5 inch match grade barrel. And the barrel, it goes from here to the end of the weight compensator. We'll go through that. It's 6.25 inches. Capacity 10 rounds of 45 auto, and with 2 steel mags. That's the way it came from the factory. And to let you take a look at it, and it has been safety checked. The mags normally come with a black base plate on it, but I called the good folks over at Armory Craft, as you can see here, and I bought 2 of their stainless base plates. This is the one that it came from Sig, and this is the Armory Craft. I bought 2 of them because I also have another mag on the way. And I think that the silver, the stainless base plate, matches the rest of the gun very, very well. Now, overall length, it's not a small gun. Overall, from nose to tail, it's 9.9 inches. And being an all-steel gun, it's coming in at 46.1 ounces. Now, price, as you can imagine, it's going to depend on supply and demand, right? They don't have many of these out in the wild. And I've seen them on auction sites, not on the one you're thinking about, but places that actually auction unusual pieces. And these are auctions that actually sold, not something that somebody's asking for a wild price. But they're going anywhere, depending on condition and location, anywhere from $1,500 to $3,800. So somewhere in between, that's where they've sold at. Now, originally they were made in Germany, and they were hand-assembled at the Sig's now defunct custom shop. The components were not made at the custom shop, like some of the X5s, X6, and some of those guns, but all the pieces were put together by hand at the custom shop in Germany. I'll let you take a look at it as I read some of my notes to give you the best information that I can. And if I say something that is incorrect, please let me know in the comments section. Be kind and just let me know so we all can learn. Originally, the P220 began production in 1976, and it was the 220 Sport was made from 1999 to 2005. And at the time when it was produced, it was considered to be the most accurate out-of-the-box 45 ACP handgun. Just tremendously accurate. And the P220, like I said, traces its history back to 1976. It's considered to be the handgun that actually launched Sig Sauer to the modern era. When it was originally launched, the P220, it was offered in several calibers in addition to 45 auto. It was also available in 9mm, it was available in 22 long rifle, and I forget which was the other one, but all of the other calibers are now defunct. And for the 220, the 45 auto 45 ACP is the only one that remains. You're going to find there's 2 generations of these, and finding info on this was actually pretty difficult. I called Sig because I wanted to replace the recoil spring, and now you can only get them in packs of 3. I didn't need 3, but that was the only way to find it. And the guy that I spoke to, and is a gentleman that I've spoken to many times in the past, he told me that maybe they get 1 or 2 calls a year regarding this. So not many, and there's not a lot of information. I tried to get out of him how many were made, and he either didn't want to give me the information or he said that he couldn't find it. What I can tell you is there were 2 generations made. The one in front of you is a Gen 1, and you can tell if it's a first or second generation by, this is the weight, and it's also a compensator, a 2-ported comp. And this is what the Gen 1 looks like. The Gen 2, it does not have the compensated slots here, the ports. It's all solid, it's strictly a weight. And you can tell here that the sight is dovetailed. The focus wants to move away. The sight is dovetailed directly into the weight and the compensator. On the Gen 2, the sight is mounted on the slide itself. So you would find the sight right over here, and no ported, no compensator, just a weight. So 5.5 inch barrel. Let me open this. The barrel, Let's see if the light catches it. See if I can move a light and catch it for you. It's probably not going to do it, but the barrel ends right where this port begins. Okay, so if you remove the weight, which you have to clean it, you just remove these 3 screws and it slides right out of the pick rail. You would see that the barrel will stick out from the slide to about here where my nail is, my thumb is. So can you fire it without the weight? Absolutely. You would just have almost 2 fingers of barrel sticking out. The slide and the whole gun are made out of stainless steel. The slide is machined out of bar stock. And I've seen it both with a black slide, which is it would be coated in nitron, or like you see it here with a natural stainless finish. Looking at the sights, if you look at the rear sight, you've got a fully adjustable LPA rear target sight, fully adjustable for windage and elevation, as you see there. And the front sight, as we already looked at, it is dovetailed in to the compensator weight on the Gen 1. Gen 2 would be back here on the slide. The frame is also stainless steel. Like I said, it's a heavy gun coming in at 46.1 ounces. And it's big. 9.9 inches from nose to tail, as I mentioned in the intro. The grips, as they came from Sig, are the Hogue rubber grips. They wrap around, and they came with finger grooves. They're very comfortable. In between the cushion that provides with the rubber grip and the finger grooves, together with a compensator, it's a very, very soft recoil in 45 ACP. It's a pleasure to shoot. It is amazingly accurate. Now I do have some nail grips, NILL, from Germany on the way. They're taking longer than I expected to get here, but they are on their way. And this is going to look gorgeous. If you look at photos of the X5, X6 from Germany, you can see what those grips look like. Because the Hogue grips, the rubber grips here with finger grooves, they're covering beautiful 25, I think it's 25 or 30 LPI checkering that is in here and on the back. So beautiful grips with showing the checkering. I think that's going to be a really, really pretty look. The other thing that you might see, and you probably wouldn't notice unless I bring it up, but you see the screws here? They look rather modern and actually kind of ugly. That's because they are. And the original owner, let's see if I can find the screw. The original owner, it's obvious, here's the original screw that it comes with. And you can see how, if it's catching it, it's obvious that they tried to remove them because you can see how they were stripped. So actually, in order to clean it, there you go. In order to clean it, I had to buy one of those tools to remove it, and that completely messed up the screw. But in order to get the original ones, you can get them, but they're about $12 a piece plus shipping. So eventually I'm probably just going to have to do that. But for right now, I went to my local hardware store and I found these, and also I didn't need an Allen wrench with any screwdriver. I could just remove them and it would be a lot easier to clean. But for originality and if and when, I will probably never sell this. But if for some reason I do, I'm going to put the original screws on. That's the way the rear side looks. Controls, you've got extended controls, both on the slide stop, the decocker. You can see how they flare out. There's probably a better angle on how they fly. And you can see the mag release, it's also rather extended and textured. This is your takedown lever to disassemble it. But again, you cannot disassemble the handgun for cleaning without removing the weight, which just slides right out after remove the 3 screws. And then it takes down like any other P220 or P226. Okay, what I wanted to do here for you is show you the pistol disassembled, and not many videos out there on this, so I wanted to show you. So we have the frame. Of course, it's a heavy stainless steel frame, but one of the things I wanted to show you is you can see the full rail. I mean, there's 100% contact at all times between the slide and the frame. You can see here, just beefy, solid, and the hook grips again. And 3-slot rail for your accessories. Short reset trigger, just super, super cool. And the barrel is the extended barrel. It's got a 4.8-inch barrel. Of course, stainless steel barrel. There we go. Beefy, as everything else. Now, here's the recoil spring that Sig sent me. It's an uncaptured guide rod. And because I was having some issues with ejection, and this is the one that came in the gun. And this is the one Sig sent me. So you can see there's quite a difference in length, and we'll see how it works. The slide, I think it's a beautiful piece that they made here. Solid piece made out of just solid billet. And as you can see, there's no sight. Okay? That's one of the things where you can tell whether you have an original or not. I mean, look at this. It's just beautiful, beautiful work. And the sight, it's actually mounted on the compensator and the weight. All right? So you're going to see some that don't have the sight on the compensator, and they're actually, the sight is mounted on the slide. Let it catch up. But as you can see, it is actually mounted on the comp. So that's one way you can tell whether you have a factory original or something that was added after the fact. In the mag, you got a 10-round mag. 10 rounds of 45 ACP. But I wanted to show you this disassembled because, like I said, I haven't found another video that can show it to you. This is how it works. And the whole pistol was not made at the custom shop in Germany. This is just a run-of-the-mill P220. Well, not run-of-the-mill, but this is the 220 Sport. And the comp was fit to the gun at the custom shop in Germany. So that's where the custom shop came in. All right, wanted to show you the pistol disassembled. There it is. And now let's put it all back together and continue with the video. Taking a look at the trigger, first we're going to make sure that it's empty, although I already did that before the video. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a very nicely polished feed ramp in there. And your trigger, you got a decocker right here. Double action is going to be heavy, but it's amazing how smooth it is. There you go, it starts to get heavier, heavier, heavier. And then you have to push through, in this gun, it's about an 8 1/4 pound wall. And then it goes. And then your reset on the single action, look at this. There. And then you got a little bit of that take up right there. But it's very, very smooth. And then there it is. And the single action is breaking at 2.45 pounds. And both the single action and double action numbers, look at that I gave you, 8.25 pounds on the double action and 2.45 pounds on the single action. Both of them are 5-pull averages. And I'm not going to do it on screen and waste the time, but I do have the gauge and I did do the measurements. So there it is in a nutshell, the Sig Sauer P220 Sport. It is the grandfather to the X5 and the X6 from the Mastershop. Both of those are, of course, an upgrade to this. But you've seen videos on those in my channel as well. I've shot them, and they are an upgrade. But is it a $2,000, $3,000 upgrade to this? Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Absolutely amazing. I'll send you a picture. I'll share some pictures, or maybe even do a short when I get the Neil grips installed. But I think the contrast back here with the Armory Craft base plate is fantastic. And there it is, something different. Sig Sauer P220 Sport. I hope you enjoy this. Let me know your comments below. I would really like to know if you have any experience with a P220 Sport. If you own one, I would love to know what you know about it and what your experience has been. Other than that, please remember that I upload videos every Friday morning and when I can on Wednesday mornings as well. I keep posting on Instagram, although I'm pretty angry at them for their censorship. And I'm posting more and more over on Twitter, and I think they called it X now. You can also see my videos over in Rumble. So thank you very much for your support. The channel is growing. We hit the target of 15,000 at the end of last year. So I would really like to go for 25,000 for 2024. YouTube tells me about 90% of the viewers are not subscribed. So if you enjoy what I do, please, you can help me out by clicking the subscribe. Other than that, thank you very much for stopping by. I look forward to your comments. And until the next time, God bless.